Hello students, myself Mrs. Kirti Pramod Sapare, working as senior lecturer at MC Society's Institute of Pharmacy Pune. And today we will start with new topic, that is channels of distribution part 1, learning objectives. By seeing this video, students will be able to define and classify channels of distribution, state advantages and disadvantages of channels of distribution, classify middlemen, and explain functional middlemen. Reflection spot, that is question for the students. What do you mean by distribution and channels of distribution? You have to write answer of this question in your notebook. Pause the video, write the answer and play the video once you have done with your answer. Distribution and channels of distribution. Distribution means transfer of goods from the manufacturers to the consumers. Channels of distribution are various outlets through which product moves from manufacturer to the consumers. Classification of channels of distribution. The distribution channels may be grouped under two major heads: direct selling and indirect selling. Direct selling. When manufacturer sells his good directly to the consumer without involving any middleman or intermediate. Here, goods are transferred directly from manufacturer to the hands of consumer. Indirect selling. In this case, there are one or more middlemen or intermediates involved between manufacturer and the consumers, like retailer, wholesaler, distributor, etc. Here, goods are transferred from manufacturer then to retailer and finally to the consumer, or manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer and finally to consumer, or manufacturer, distributor, wholesaler, retailer, consumer, or manufacturer, clearing and forwarding agent, wholesaler, retailer and consumer. All these concepts we will see in a next video. Now we will proceed with advantages of channels of distribution. There are 4 advantages of channels of distribution. First, easy availability of goods. Goods can be easily available at all places of the country, including remote areas. Next, increase in a sale of goods. The sale of goods increases due to support of wholesalers and retailers. Next, similar price of goods. The goods are available at similar prices throughout the area because of wholesalers and retailers. Last, employment opportunities. Wholesalers, retailers gives employment opportunities and increases standard of living. Disadvantages of channels of distribution. First, increases price. Wholesaler, retailers and other agents' commission increases final price of goods. Supply not on time. Sometimes these middlemen do not supply goods on time. Artificial scarcity. These middlemen may create artificial scarcity by holding supply of goods. Next part is middlemen and its types. Middlemen. These are the persons who act as a link between manufacturers and consumers. Types of middlemen. Middlemen are of two types. One, functional middlemen, and another is merchant middlemen. Functional middlemen are divided into 5 types: auctioneers, brokers, commission agents, del creditor agents, and clearing and forwarding agents. While merchant middlemen are of 2 types: wholesalers and retailers. Wholesalers are classified into manufacturer wholesaler, retailer wholesaler, and wholesaler proper, while retailers are classified as itinerant retailer and fixed shop retailer. Itinerant retailers are of 3 types: hawkers and peddlers, street traders, market traders. And fixed shop retailers are divided into small scale retailers and large scale retailers. In this video, we are going to see the classification of only functional middlemen. So let's begin with functional middlemen. They are intermediates who transfer goods from producers to consumers without having any title or ownership of goods. Classification. They are classified into 5 types: auctioneers, brokers, commission agents, Delcrader agents, and clearing and forwarding agents. First type of functional middlemen, that is auctioneers. In an auction, auctioneer has to collect the goods from sellers. They display it for would-be buyers and invites bids from them. The bid means the price which the buyer is willing to pay for the goods being auctioned. The buyer who makes highest bid gets the goods. Second type of functional middlemen, that is brokers. These are agents who obtain neither possession nor the ownership of goods, but their function is to bring buyers and sellers together. They are called as a selling agent if they are engaged by the seller, and buying agent if they are engaged by the buyers to negotiate the purchase of goods on their behalf. The broker gets a certain percentage of commission on the business transacted by him. Third type of functional middleman, that is commission agent. They sell goods on behalf of seller. They negotiate the sale of goods and make arrangement for transfer of title of goods on behalf of seller. They get certain percentage of commission on sales made by them. Delcrader agent. They find buyer and also guarantee the payment of price of goods on their behalf. In case buyer fails to pay, it is Delcrader agent who will pay on his behalf. For this additional responsibility, an extra commission is charged by them. Last type of functional middleman, that is clearing and forwarding agent or C&F agent. They operate like company's own distribution office. They also get commission. Functions of clearing and forwarding agent. First, receiving the goods from manufacturer, storing or warehousing of these goods, receiving dispatch orders from the manufacturer, arranging dispatch of goods as per the directions of manufacturer, maintaining records of the receipt and dispatch of goods and the stock available at the warehouse. So, we have discussed 5 types of functional middlemen, that is auctioneer, broker, commission agent, Delcrader agent, and clearing and forwarding agent. These are the references of books which I have used. We will continue with the second part of the same topic very soon. Thank you very much.